Well, good afternoon, everybody. Russ for the West Ham Network. I've got a new toy. It's not working. It's not playing games. Apologies for the late running today. A few technical difficulties when it came to sound, so I had to put this in. So apologies is not as good as it normally is, but I do apologise. Anyway, what is important is the fact that we have got Brentford here. Can I switch the camera around her? Will that work? It? No. We've got Brentford here, 7:30 kickoff tonight in the FA Cup. We'll find out who we play before we actually kick off. The draw is happening before the game today, and I must apologise. I can't see your comments. I'll put them on the screen like that if they come up. So I do apologise. It's all a bit of a bit of a manic day today, but we face a decent Brentford side here at the London Stadium. It's going to be interesting to see what we do as well. Disappeared. No, we're back again. We're back in once for the game master. Got the old European thing behind us as well. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens today. What happens in terms of team selection for West Ham. I would hope to see a few players definitely not play today. I would hope there's a few players who aren't going to be playing, more for um, their own fitness levels more than anything. The likes of Bowen and people like that, I hope don't play in all honesty today. Gives the opportunity for some people. Obviously Callum Wilson's just signed a new 1 year deal. Well, he's about to say, hasn't made it official yet, but he will be signing a 1 year deal according to reports. So, I imagine he'll probably get minutes today, some significant minutes, and yeah, maybe even the possibility of some youth team players. Right, I'm trying to see on the small. Cold. I'm trying to see the smallest screen possible. What I can't see. I'm so sorry, I can't see your comments today. It's just all squeezed up, but I'll have a read of them later on. But I appreciate you for commenting. As I said, tonight we'll have the starting 11 show. We'll also have the watch along. Connor, obviously um, we had Ben doing his debut. Today is going to be Connor's debut, so hopefully it'll be a good game for him to comment on. Albeit Ben had the Liverpool game, which wasn't great for him, to be perfectly frank. But yeah, people have asked about the weather. Let me just note one way. Can pan up. We can see here it's grey, but surprisingly warm. Surprisingly warm. And there you've got all the surrounding areas. There's the bin. I can do a full 360 from standing still. Oh yeah, how good's that? How good's that? Just can't get it to really stop my face, but I've finished figuring, and I can't figure out the microphone situation. But baby steps. It won't be so much of a juttery thing. It's on a gimbal, so it's just going to so hopefully a bit better. What do I think is going to happen today? As much as I'd like to get through to the next round, I just have a feeling that Brentford are going to win tonight. I know it's not usually the button positivity, but we will be. But then I thought Fulham were going to win over the weekend. They're in a perfect position to have gone for the cup, and it didn't work for them either. So Brentford, yes, they've got aspirations for Europe, but you're only quarterfinal semis, you're only 3 games away from winning the FA Cup after tonight. So I think they'd probably go big. Obviously, Igor Thiago, top goal scorer in the Premier League. How's our defence going to cope? Obviously, you'd assume Max Kilman would come in. You'd assume that Dsarcy won't be involved today. He'll be on the bench, I'd imagine. Dsarcy, who we said, according to ex-WHU employee, wants to stay if we stay up. I'm going to see if I can put this down here for a minute. Yeah, he said that he wants to stay if we stay up. So there we go. Good luck to the lad. Good luck to the lad. Yeah, if I move, does it move with me? No, kind of. Yeah, so I imagine you'll see Mavropanos maybe alongside Kilman. We'll have the starting 11 show. I'll give you my predictions, but really it's a case of throwing all the names up in the air and seeing what lands, really. We know Pablo for sure. We'll know Freddie Potts can be back in the side as well, so whether Freddie gets some minutes tonight, possibly. And I'm again apologising for not going through your comments. It's only that I can't see them because all my screen's gone and squeezed up. I can see show comments on stage, and that is literally it. So I do apologise. It's not going to be a particularly long one anyway. Just wanted to let you guys know we'll be doing the watch along with Connor. So please watch. If you're not going to the game, please join him. Show him your support. It's a daunting thing doing a watch along. It's a really daunting thing. So if you could, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you very, very much. Even if giving a like or top of the morning to you. Maybe the luck of the Irish could get us through to the quarterfinals, and then who knows? You could get Southampton, you could get Port Vale, you could get a Man City, quite possibly. But at least we'll know before we kick off who we're playing, who we've got in the next round. So that's interesting, and whether it's home or away as well. That'd be interesting as well. But I'm looking forward to it. It's Magic of the Cup. It's a night under the lights. It's all that type of stuff. And personally, I think we need a decent. What's the word? Momentum performance. We're playing Man City on Sunday. Or Saturday rather. They play obviously Real Madrid Wednesday. So a decent performance today could, keep that momentum going into that crucial game, because it will be a crucial game. And I think Forest have shown, and people like that, particularly with obviously the Champions League stuff, sort of in the middle of the match that we're playing them. You could go at them and have a go, and anything's possible. Anything's possible in this league, as we have seen with everyone. Anything is possible. So we shall wait and see what happens with that as well. But yeah, only little one today. Only little one. I'm not going to walk around because I need to sort out all this camera stuff, and it's really annoying. And it's not as good audio as if I was doing my mic. So I do apologise. But I wanted to come on and say I made it. I've now got to do a bit of work before we actually start doing any work in the ground. But look, I appreciate all you for joining us. As I said, I did a little show, sort of about 11 o'clock, talking about Wilson, talking about Pablo, and talking about 𝗕𝗏𝗧𝗏 as well. All quite positive stories, which is quite nice. And we're not going to do the what's it called? We're not going to do the Academy show today for obvious reasons, because we're playing the game. That will be tomorrow, 7 p.m. That'll be tomorrow 7 p.m. So make sure, sorry, 7 a.m. So first thing in the morning, we'll get that out. Lots of stuff talking about the Academy as well. Lots of cool stuff, as always with the Academy. But yeah, until next time, my friends, I'm going to have to go. I do apologise, but much love. And hopefully, maybe we'll have a chat afterwards, having just beaten Brentford to qualify for the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? A decent performance, couple of goals, giving the guys like, maybe Wilson grabs a goal, maybe Freddie Potts gets 60, 70 minutes to his legs, and I imagine then come on, be ready for the Man City game. That's what I would do, but hey ho, I'm just a fat bloke with a katsu curry stain on his top. Anyway, take care everyone, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, and peace out mofos, much love.